Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their second-year quarterback, leading rusher amongst QBs in 2018, Lamar Jackson. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy that springs for the good stuff. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
3 down. It's a pickup of 6.
On second down and 4. Jackson, throw left side, caught by Goodwin. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Now Jackson on first down. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And Jackson throwing once more. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
I'd say it was a pretty nice debut season for Nick Chubb in 2018. He fell just 4 yards short of a 1,000-yard season as a rookie. But he did average over 5 yards per carry and had a 92-yard touchdown run against the Atlanta Falcons, the 3rd longest run in the league last season.
Now this throw caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This call down near the goal line. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7.
A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go. Get it.
2nd and 10. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Hilliard, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Now back to throw, and that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. These two teams squaring off here in week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they've dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Get in the weight room. Get
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Anunwa's got it. Complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Jackson now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
That's complete right around the 8. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson to Thompson on the screen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darwin Thompson. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go.
They'll run, it's Hilliard. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Dawkins. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. Third down here. Jackson now. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Anunwa, the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well.
We play to win. Let's go.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Jackson now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Single, 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 single.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Los Angeles.
Everyone's got 4 down.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Keep doing you, boy.
Lamar Jackson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side taken in by Aitman. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. No chance.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the 2nd half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Back to throw here. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run, Chubb, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They run it again with Chubb. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He may try and run for this. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
Jackson's pass complete to Nick Chubb. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Give him 16 yards on the play. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Quinn. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. He's got Smith here. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better be ready next time.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson, and this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Move. 3 down, 3 down.
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Got 3.
30-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And he whips that one incomplete there. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 15. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this right upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Marcel Aitman, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Benson Mayowa in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Ready.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Quinn. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there, and 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Jackson now. And he's going to go down again. Draymond Jones in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Throw to the right, caught by Aitman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now McManus for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Ready? 10-2 start. Check him, check him. Check. Shoot.
They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They're going to look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
A 31-yard attempt.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by McManus is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side taken in by Aitman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. 1 play, touchdown. The 49ers This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard
Double tight,
line.
guys, double tight.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Rams on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 7.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for L.A., it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.